a guy I was talking about before, Baltop, and Ian. Interesting his name is Ian when his real name is Congo. Maybe that's his English name.
Yeah, maybe. Yeah, some interesting names. Baltop, Dubu, yeah, Adam. Some very Western names there.
Yeah.
Just decided to adopt the Western names and use it as their player tags.
I mean, a big thing I noticed, like different from other games in Korea especially, is that all these Korean players are so good at English because Dota was so big in the foreign scene first, and now they had to speak English and learn English, so now all of them are really good. Well, here we have Betboys. Part of Betboys is Betman, maybe the captain there, and Sagon FX. Interesting there, the function.
Great K-pop group.
Yeah. Wolme, that's the mid, actually, the guy he was talking about.
Yeah.
And Ji Yoi Joa.
Wow, how are you going to say that?
I don't even know what that's supposed to mean or what that even means. Ji Yoi Joa. All right.
Wow, that's going to be a mouthful.
Yeah. So this is actually their first time coming out together as a team, and I'm really excited to see what they have to bring to the table. A lot of people are saying they're really strong. I mean, Lotem's in the house with MVP. They must be really good. They're practicing with two of those really good MVP teams that are dominating this league.
It's actually, it's going to be huge. These guys should be very, very well practiced, very polished in their mechanics, and have strategies ready for this. But at the same time, Betboys, kind of like a dark horse as well. And with such a powerful mid player, we'll have to wait and see how that strategy is going to come out. How based around that mid player is their team going to be?
Yeah. We've seen sometimes in other games, if you have a very arrogant mid player, a guy who's really good at the same time, sometimes the team works and they all follow that guy and everybody bonds together and that guy is the leader and he leads them to victory. But sometimes it causes issues in the team. We have yet to see. I mean, it's their first time coming out here. I'm really curious to see how that dynamic is going to go down in that team, actually.
Yeah, absolutely. It's going to be very interesting. And yeah, I mean, we do see a lot of personality from the mid player in just about every team. There's pretty much every real famous player out there is like a mid player. Like you think like Ice, you think of Arteezy, you think of Dendy. Like all these guys are such big names, and they're all mid players, which is the funny thing. So a lot of personality comes out of there, and I guess it is one of the most important lanes for sure.
Yeah, it's also the only lane usually that you get that straight up 1v1 in the lane. You got to both contest for the runes. It's very high skill cap, so definitely a hard position to play. And sometimes these really good players and really high level and outspoken players come into that position as well because there's a lot of fame in it.
Yeah. Oh yeah, absolutely. Should be a lot of fun, for sure. I'm really curious about this match. And I mean, later on, we have Zephyr playing. Zephyr against Rave. Zephyr against MVP Phoenix, which is going to be probably the biggest match of the night.
Yeah. I mean, Rave hasn't been doing so well here in the beginning. I think they lost both their games, but Zephyr looking pretty good. They had a long 70-minute game, I believe, against Pokerface.
Yeah, that's right.
And seeing them play against MVP Phoenix a little bit later on will be awesome as well. I'm sure everybody's going to be tuning in for that one, especially with the new addition of their new player, Merlini.
Yeah.
Very famous guy. One of the most analytical casters, one of the best analytical casters, I should say, in the Dota scene. And joining the team, coming back to pro gaming, everybody's curious to see how well he's going to do. And in that game, even though they lost last week there on Wednesday, he still was playing really well on that Death Prophet.
Well, Zephyr was really ahead in that game. They had such an advantage with golden experience that they just couldn't close it out. And that the Tinker simply got too big and did so much work for that team. And, it's going to be really interesting to see how Zephyr's going to change their lineup from that. I mean, I was speaking to Bambo before we began here. And, there's a couple of things that have changed, a couple of big things, actually, which we'll wait and see for the match. We won't talk about that just yet.
We'll keep it a secret for now.
Yeah.
Just like that secret MVP team.
Secret MVP Lotem team. Hint. But
Lotem VP.
Yeah.
Basically.
They might as well have done that. I mean, everyone knows already.
The M at the end of their name is actually capitalized. Yeah, it is.
Yeah.
Or bigger than the rest. So it's like a little hint for you guys,
Stands for MVP. But no, it's great to see more teams. Especially it's great to see MVP supporting Dota so much. Having 3 teams already, it must be almost a full team house of Dota players at this point.
Yeah,
that's
Dota
15
players,
players,
StarCraft 2 players, so many players in there.
Yeah, it's absolutely great. And I'm very, very, very excited when we finally get this match underway. It does take some time for players to finally get it all set up. 5 players, 5 different PCs. They don't have that long to kind of warm up or to get their settings right. So it looks like we're going to go into it.
Let's do this. I just had some help moving our monitor, actually, from the guy who's controlling that big camera that was just moving. But anyway, let's get right into it. Like you were saying, Tinker and Brewmaster band here for Lotem. Interesting tee they got going on there in their logo.
You know what that means? I mean, that's two mid heroes right there. They're already scared of this guy. They don't want to. They know exactly what they're going to be worried about.
Yeah. Very, very cool here. We got Razor and Lycan bands also to mention. Death Prophet is the first pick here, and then Tidehunter and Marana are the picks here for Lotem.
Absolutely. Getting their kind of possibly their support as well as their offlaner down. Death Prophet and Nature's Prophet. Okay, so there's a lot of like split pushing, like a lot of pushing potential in general with these two heroes. So they're very aggressive kind of style coming out from them straight off the bat.
Yep, very cool to see. We're going to have to see what they ban now. We did have a Shadow Shaman ban here by Betboys. They're in that third ban position.
Yeah, so I mean, Lotem's going to have to think about this now. They're like, okay, wow, okay, two Prophets, Death Prophet and Nature's Prophet. Both have a lot of potential to push, especially once level 6 is online. For that Death Prophet, Exorcism, obviously great at taking down towers very, very fast.
Yeah.
And obviously, Nature's Prophet can push lanes very well with Treants. This is Sagan. Sagan looks like he's a bit of an off-lane player, playing Timbersaw, Ember Spirit, and Centaur in his last 3 games.
Looking like it. We'll have to see what he plays here for Betboys. Over here getting a look at Balltop. He's only playing Storm Spirit.
Most likely the mid player then.
Yeah. He's going to have to go up against that really big mid player Betboys a little bit later on.
A lot of pressure on him. Yeah. We do see the Undying band out as well as Visage. Okay. And an instant Raid King pick. Yeah, so very, very strong picks for Lotem. Very kind of standard. Going for that, can possibly go late game, can use that Raid King as a carry, or the Marana as a carry, or they could both be supports. A lot of variation with these heroes.
Yeah. Not really revealing their strategy too early on, just picking, pretty versatile heroes here.
Absolutely.
Here's a look at Gioiojoa.
Gioiojoa?
Gioiojoa. He plays Earthshaker, so probably the support player for this team.
Ooh, a Dragon Knight.
Yeah, Dragon Knight there for Lotem, a Witch Doctor for Betboys.
Okay, so Dragon Knight most likely going to be the mid player. We do see Dragon Knight a lot mid, more than any other position, and can definitely do well against most likely the, I guess Viper, possibly Death Prophet. Both can share, both can do mid.
Now let's see what their last ban here is going to be. Both of these teams not really using a lot of their extra time, just kind of picking pretty fast. It seems like they have a pretty good idea of what they want to do in mind here.
Yeah, both coming into this with a lot of planning. I mean, they've had a lot of time to plan for this match. So, yeah, they definitely want to get that momentum too. I mean, it's only 1 match per day for these Tier 2 players compared to the Tier 1 who play 2 matches every single day. Well, not every single day, but every time KDL is on.
Yeah. Just saw the player there, didn't catch the name, who's probably going to be playing Witch Doctor. We saw he's played it recently, so makes sense. Here's Sunby, plays Rubik, Crystal Maiden, Sand King.
What does Sunby mean?
I'm not sure, actually.
Well, May.
This is that mid hero.
That's the mid guy.
Mid guy, I should say, yeah.
Played Tinker last. Tinker being banned instantly out this game there. They've done their research on this fella. And, I mean, considering he was an old MVP player, Lotem has, like, perfect kind of knowledge base to deal with this guy as well, considering he was part of MVP.
Adam over here for Lotem plays Rubik, Ancient Apparition, and Crystal Maiden. Probably the support guy.
Ooh, Bedman loves the Undying.
So that's why they banned that Undying. That's like pretty much a sniper pick there.
Yeah.
A target ban, rather.
So that really tells me a lot about the research they kind of came into this.
Yeah, very well done. Even though they're a new team, they know the players. And,
well, like, the Korean scene is so small still. Like, everyone probably knows everyone.
Yeah.
To the point where it's pretty easy to make these kind of counter bans. Ian
in all caps.
Yeah, so he kind of shouts it when they say his name. Ian played in Poker last, so also could be a mid player. Enchantress. All right, so we've got a jungler as well. I like this a lot. Enchantress can definitely make a lot of plays early on. Get those stun creeps. And Ancient Apparition as the final support for Betboys. Betman playing it of all people.
Batman. I didn't actually get to catch who was playing that Death Prophet. I think it was Wolme. It would make sense. He would go with mid. He would go mid with that hero.
Yeah, absolutely.
Getting a look now at Lotem. Seem pretty determined, pretty ready to get into this match. And here's Betboys. Still don't know if they meant to be Bad Boys because Bet is like how you say bad in Korean.
Ah, that must be it then.
Just that pronunciation. But here's Betboys anyway. That's what they've named themselves. But let's go right into that game, guys. Lotem versus Betboys. And right off the bat, all the members here of Lotem going towards that bottom enemy jungle. He's actually cheering for that mid hero guy, that mid player.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
For the Betboys?
Must be pretty famous. I mean, we've heard about this guy a lot, and a lot of people are talking about him making fan signs and stuff.
Yeah. And we see a smoke into the Radiant jungle, but no one in the Radiant jungle, no one even close. They're playing very defensive. Well, 4 players, 4 Betboys go into the Dire. Betboys definitely want to start warding this jungle off, stopping that Enchantress from getting any sort of creeps early on. Kind of really slow down her jungling.
Yeah. Good idea out of them to invade as well. Lotem, they're not going to find anybody in here and maybe just run away. Smoke has worn off.
Yep. Ping goes down. Bolt up on the Dragon Knight. Dubu on the Wraith King. Adam on Mirana. So he could be playing as a support Wraith King for sure.
Ian in here, he's in the enemy jungle. It seems like he wants to take some of these creeps and get out.
Yeah, I kind of like this a lot, actually. I mean, we only have, so far, Nature's Prophet in the safe lane for Betboys. Still waiting for everyone to kind of rotate to their lanes. Death Prophet obviously mid. And it looks like we are going to see an offensive tri-lane for the Betboys with the Viper, Witch Doctor, and Ancient Apparition. Very strong combination. Especially Chilling Touch early on can do so much damage and so much potential for killing.
Yeah. Viper with the extra damage as well in the back there. Very good range, very good harass as well. So.
And look at Ian. I like this. Very, very aggressive jungling there.
Already Wolme going for the harass on ball top. Baltec getting back some of his own as well. This is the guy I'm going to be looking at for Betboys, actually. I want to know how well this guy plays. If he really is worth all the hype that he's getting.
Yeah, it's going to be definitely going to tell a lot this game for sure. I mean, they're kind of going for a very aggressive strategy, Betboys. They want to end this early. With such an aggressive tri-lane as well as Death Prophet and Nature's Prophet, I mean, so much pushing potential early on. Could definitely see a quick game here.
Cool little beaver fox or whatever that is.
Bit of both.
Yeah.
And Ian kind of just freely jungling it up in the Radiant jungle. Obviously, expecting that the Betboys would have warded the Dire jungle, so obviously you're going to be a lot harder to get the creeps Ian wanted.
Yeah. Good plays here so far. Gets that stun creep. Could see him go towards that bottom lane onto Nature's Prophet.
Yeah, it can actually rotate to bottom so easily. Nature's Prophet has to be very, very careful. Going for tree and a teleport already. So far, the aggression hasn't really stopped anyone. The tri-lane hasn't really shut down anyone so far.
Yeah, invisibility rune picked up here by Wraith King. Moving towards that mid lane. I want to shut down that Wolme possibly.
And at the same time, Ian smoked up, looking for Sagan. You can definitely see a play here. He's really out of position.
Just a little too from behind.
Oh, no. Decides to wait for that Nature's Prophet to push up just a little further.
Yeah, they want him to get comfortable. But in the meantime, Wolme He's got that Wraith King Invis right next to him, and here comes the gank. Can they get the stun? He's going to try to come in here and teleport out. Can he get it? But no, nice stun. And a lot of damage coming out as well to follow up, and he will go down for first blood.
Beautiful first blood there. And Wolme in big trouble as well. Looks like he might get out alive there. The great rotation from the Wraith King.
Yeah.
Invisibility rune really helping out, shutting him down. And I definitely think they need to shut down Wolme, considering he is their star player.
Yeah, makes sense. See aggression up there onto Mirana as well. Don't want to let her freely farm up there, especially when she's alone. And you got that offensive tri-lane going, being super aggressive
This
here.
is going to be hard. How is he going to get out? Stun goes down. We do have a 5 seconds to leap, but gets out anyway. Just simply not enough DPS there.
Yeah.
If that Viper was in position, would have done some work for sure.
Now Sagan, he just TPs up here. They're going super aggressive on this tower. Like you said, they just want to push. This is in their strategy. They're so good at pushing. They're so good at split pushing as well.
Yeah, with this lineup especially, I mean, they have to push. They have to do damage early on because later in the game, they're going to become less and less relevant, these heroes. Viper, very, very good in like the early to mid game. Late game kind of falls off a bit. Great tanking hero. Obviously the mech carrier for the team. But yeah, they have to get this kind of advantage early on. Sagan taking an arrow, but not really any sort of follow-up there.
Radiant gets the kill on the tower. No one able to pick that up. Fortified structures here for Radiant as well. Let's try to stop this push, and Nature's Prophet should be able to TP down there. Possibly get some help from his teammates as well.
Yeah, we do see some TPs in. Sagan, 2 TPs in as well. They're going to get out of here. Oh, Sprout.
Ooh, nice Sprout, but are they going to be able to follow up here? They're going to try to get that stun, but no. He just walked away.
It would have been just a single stun. It wouldn't have been enough, really.
Yeah.
Maybe if there was creeps around, maybe with the second hero there, could have maybe made something work. Oh, Dubu's got to be very careful as well. Oh, but we have Mirana as well. Gets the arrow. Can they DPS him down enough? You see a TP out.
Yeah, I think he should be fine. They even give up. He knew that all the stuns were done. He's just able to easily TP out, so totally fine.
Pushes him out of lane, though, so nicely done there. Still got Ian freely farming the Radiant jungle. Completely uncontested there. We did see a rotation from the Witch Doctor and the Ancient Apparition bottom, so kind of a defensive tri-lane for this Nature's Prophet now. Now that they've taken down the top tower, Viper's kind of free to do what he wants. Looks like he rotated mid, so maybe looking for something. We see a great Ravage.
Ravage catches 2 of them. Betman getting really low. Baltup trying to follow up here. Nice TP, and they do get Betman. Now they're going on to Witch Doctor. He's getting really low, and they do get that as well.
Completely taken down. Beautiful play there. Great rotation from Dragon Knight. And they should definitely be able to push this tower, but at the same time, Wolme with Exorcism is pushing mid with the Viper.
Yep, this is that comp, man. They're just going to try to make it work.
Yep. Lots and lots of split pushing. If there's aggression to one side, they'll push the other, and they can do that, especially with the Nature's Prophet and a Death Prophet.
TP's coming in, though. FX is getting really low. Can he follow up? The Exorcism is doing so much damage on Sunday as well. He's got to be careful.
Yeah, that is so much damage. The tower is almost down. I think it's definitely going to go down at this point. Chilling Touch. So much damage now.
They're going to try to get the deny here, it looks like. Nope. Not quite able to.
Tower has fallen.
They might want to try and follow up now that Exorcism is finished. They get an arrow. Witch Doctor goes down. Wolme might be the next target here.
Nice Sprout onto Adam, but it's not quite enough. Wolme taking a lot of damage. No more Exorcism. It does go down, but they do catch Tidehunter here in the back. FX doing some really nice kiting, taking a bit of damage, but now Betman in the front. Boltup in a big trouble here. Looks like they're going to go for Betman now. Got a stun. But this Viper is doing so much work, and there's so much sustain with this Witch Doctor healing. And I think Lotem kind of falling apart in this fight. They didn't retreat when they needed to. Another Sprout goes down. Free kill for Dubu. Yeah. On Dubu. Should be enough to get Nature's Prophet on that kill, and now he's going to TP out somewhere. Betboys definitely getting some kills back as well as towers. 2 towers already down for them. Yeah. In the beginning there, it wasn't looking so good. They took a lot of losses, but the follow-up was really nice. A lot of good Ice Vortexes out of Ancient Apparition as well to slow everybody down. Absolutely. I mean, this is when the kind of like the team fight for Betboys is at its best. When we have level 6, when we have like these mid-game sort of heroes doing work, when Exorcism is up and running, it's going to be so hard for Lotem to take these fights. I mean, they do have a great Ravage. They do have great heroes for the late game especially. It's just about getting there safely.
finally see some pushing in the mid tower as well.
Yeah, seems like Betboys wants to respond to this. We do have Exorcism up and ready here for Death Prophet. Would be very nice in this team fight.
Yeah. A lot of harass going down. Gonna be kind of hard to push it with all these heroes already there. Viper, Death Prophet, Crypt Swarm gonna clear out the creeps very, very easily. We do see Viper going for that mech. Gonna have it online kind of soon. Got about a third of the way there already. Going for phase boots before fully getting that mech. You see a haste rune at bottom too. No one's sort of picked that up yet. Sagan doing some slip pushing as well.
Yeah, exactly what Prophet's so good for this. And look at how much damage they're taking in mid. They're just not able to push against this Death Prophet.
That was huge, actually. That was like so much damage.
Ooh, but TP's coming in onto Sagan, but no stun here, so not willing to use that Ravage.
Yeah, that was so much damage from like Wrath of Nature as well as Crypt Spawn, just combinating and hitting everyone. And we do see Exorcism follow up as well. Now that the enemy heroes are kind of damaged, they're going to go for it again now that Exorcism is online.
Yep, seems like they want to go on to Ian though. Getting that poison attack down, slowing him down very much here. Vortex goes down as well. And are they able to finish it off? Yes, easily. Getting a little bit caught out here is Ian.
Can't get caught by Viper Strike like that, especially out of position. You will just go down with these heroes. And I think this tower might be almost guaranteed to go down. Looks like Lotem going to try though.
Nice Ravage comes in here, catches so many of these guys. Mirana trying to follow up.
Oh, huge damage from the Crypt Swarm here. Voltop out of position again, goes down. Ian also out of position again. But hides behind the tower. Exorcism runs out. Looks like they may have survived. May have kept this tower alive just for the moment.
Just for the moment is the key word here. I mean, they're going to try to follow this up, but look at all the treants, look at all the damage. Everybody here is pretty much full health for Betboys. They do get the fortification down, but it's only going to delay it for now. The push is strong.
Yeah, absolutely. With treants, it's just helping so much. And Lotem might try again, though. I don't know. Dubu's really low HP. They're TPing in. They're looking for it. But Betboys retreating.
Yeah, they don't want to take any risks here. Just doing a lot of damage to the tower. Back off when everybody comes back and TPs.
Yeah, I mean, when Exorcism is online again, they can just follow up again. We see an invisibility rune for Wallman. Very low on mana at the moment, though, so can't be too aggressive. Definite advantage for Betboys considering they've taken down these towers. Really adds up early on with the gold advantage. This mid tower is almost going down as well. Oh, so much harassment, so much damage, and oh, just misses. Very, very close last blast. Could have actually killed.
Radiant's middle tower has been denied.
At the same time, Sagan is resuming this push down bottom. This tower's going to go down for free. Simply nothing they can do about it. And that's every tier 1 for Lotem down.
Yeah. And it also seems like that mid tower was denied here by Betboys, so very nicely done denying that gold. Ian coming back to jungling a bit here as well. Dubu's still low. I guess he never went back. And the push is on once again at mid. They're just not giving up with this.
Nope.
They're just going to continue pushing here, and the defense is just not here for Lotem. I think they're just going to give that one up. They're trying to push other lanes.
Yeah, they just have no answers for this. This push strategy is just too strong. They're trying their best, but more and more they're getting behind in gold, especially 4,000 deficit. And experience, 2,000. So looking very, very good for Betboys. They're really making it work when they have to in this mid game. Really nice play going on. It's just Lotem being so defensive at this point, they just don't really have the answers. They have great team fight when Ravage online, which it is. They just need to find the positioning to do so. And when Exorcism is online, it's just so hard to fight. Sagan with Midas now as well. Getting some great farming. Yeah. Yules on the Death Prophet. Definitely going to help out in team fights, especially if they get a nice Cyclone, but maybe on the Tide Hunter. Stop that Ravage from ever coming out. As well as ganking. I mean, you could use it right now. Get some TPs in, some huge damage you have. Harass him a little bit.
Yeah, but for now, just going to push back the lane.
Somebody's going to have to be very careful being so deep into the Radiant jungle like that, with no sort of vision, actually.
Yeah.
Be very, very careful.
Do have a mechanism here. Finish for Viper, I believe. And it's going to really help him out in team fights. Smoke purchased here by Wraith King.
Sunday still just farming the jungle here, but we do see rotations bottom as well. Death Prophet, Ancient Apparition, Viper, as well as one more. Must be the Witch Doctor. They're looking. I mean, Sunday does not want to use that Ravage for defensive. He wants to use it for a team fight. If he uses to just escape, this is horrible. And yeah, he's going to have to if he wants to have any sort of a chance of escaping here. Oh, misses the Ice Blast. I don't see how Sunbee's getting out of this there.
He's going to try to TP out. Do they get the stun? They get the Cyclone anyway, and he's going to go down easily.
It's just a really simple death there. Way too deep. I mean, it's a really basic mistake there. If you don't see anyone on the map and you're this far into the unknown, like
yeah, and no wards down there as well.
No wards whatsoever. I mean, you're going to get ganked very, very easily. And maybe he was counting on maybe Ravage getting him out of there or something. I'm not sure. He could have even been doing the Ancients. It would have helped a lot more. Definitely got him better farm.
And that's going to trigger a huge push down here in the bottom. Exorcism is up once again. They're trying to get people in here to defend Dragon Knight, Enchantress. But again, Exorcism is up, and they're going to be waiting if they want to fight. I think Betboys is going to be pretty ready. TP in here by Wraith King. Ice Blast coming out. Does hit ball top.
All kind of invisible at the moment though, so definitely have the positional advantage here. Tidehunter back as well, does have Ravage. This could be their fight.
Really nice Cyclone onto himself, and the Ravage comes in. Wolmate takes huge damage, goes down. No more Exorcism for him. A lot of damage coming onto Witch Doctor as well, and Betboys is being routed right now.
Wow, beautiful play. Beautiful engagement as well. This is exactly what they needed and exactly what I was talking about. I mean, when they have the team fight, when they have Ravage online and the position, they can make it work for sure. FX in a bit of trouble here. Looking to TP out. Looks like he'll get out. So to escape, Nature's Prophet and Viper. See TP's top. TP's top. Gonna push out that lane again top. Looks like Nature's Prophet was planning to maybe try and be aggressive on that tower with a split push, but not gonna happen.
Radiant's middle tower
going Lotem's way. Definitely what they needed, but they got to start pushing towers. I mean, they do have the bottom and the mid tier ones down, but still at a bit of a gold disadvantage as well. And you can see from the net worth, Viper, Death Prophet, and Nature's Prophet all up the top there, and the only one kind of near them is Tidehunter, surprisingly.
Yeah. With that fight, they don't even end up in gold, but they actually take the experience lead slightly here. So that's one thing they do have going for them. Definitely want to get levels on that Dragon Knight, get that stronger dragon out here.
Yeah, absolutely. Necronomicon is going to be the choice for Nature's Prophet to help out with his split pushing. Definitely a good choice considering the situation, considering how much push potential they have and how much they've been doing so. And a Blink Dagger on Sunbee, so his Ravage is going to be even greater when he gets into position.
Trying once again to push down here. This is again their strategy. Nature's Prophet's going to be top. He can TP bottom if a fight does go down, but for now just going to defend against the Tidehunter up there. Exorcism comes out here and going for this tower.
Should get it down nearly 100% considering there's only a Murano there to kind of try and deny it at this point.
Yeah.
And they're just going to kind of counter push top, see if they can get that tower down, but we've already seen rotations top as well. Betboys not going to let that happen.
Yeah. Very nice response out of Betboys. They knew that the possibility of Lotem going for a counter push was pretty high. Having a lot of TPs on them, they're able to just all come to the top, actually. Every single one of them.
Yep, looks like they're going to start pushing top and get this last tier 2 down. Securing their map control more than anything else. Lotem, they're going to have to make something work here. Hopefully they have Ravage online for this fight. They should do. Very, very important fight. They can't let it happen. We see a smoke, so they will be the aggressors here, looking for that perfect positioning, a perfect gank. We saw it in the last fight. Oh, Batman finds them though.
Slow them down, and a nice blink in and a Ravage. Looks like Batman's going to be focused down. A ton of damage coming out of Murana here, but the Death Ward does go down. Really nice stun onto him. He does go down as well. Witch Doctor. Tidehunter's on the run. I think he should be okay, maybe.
Oh. Just, wow, what a blink. But at the same time, Everyone else falling. Wolme in big trouble, as well as Sagan. Oh, but huge damage there from Wrath of Nature, as well as Crypt Swarm.
But coming in here, it looks like they will be able to clean up Sagan, and Wolme will get out with the TP. Very nicely done here, but not much. Looks like we got an Ice Blast on the way somewhere. Maybe trying to follow up and sleep someone down.
Looks like we'll miss. Oh, there it is. Not going to do much. Hit some creeps. Nice try though. Would have been a great snipe if they got someone. Drums on Mirana now. So a great team fight. I mean, Lotem definitely has the team fight when they have Ravage online, when they have the positioning for sure, and it's only going to get better for them the later this goes. Betboys definitely trying to make things happen now. Definitely trying to push everything they can while they can, but as you saw, the team fight is just sometimes doesn't go their way, especially if they get caught out like that. Death Ward, they were waiting for the Death Ward. They got a great stun onto the Witch Doctor. Great escape by Sunday this time, not getting caught out again.
Yeah. Finally, Mechanism completing here for Tidehunter. Will be able to use that for his team now.
Yep, definitely adding some tankiness to him, which he very much needs, as well as the heal.
2 drums for the team now, 1 on Enchantress, 1 on Mirana.
And I mean, Betboys are staying very consistent with their goals. They definitely want to get this last tier 2 down, which is definitely a good idea. It's what they need. They need to secure this and start pushing the high ground when they can. Definitely don't want to give Lotem any sort of space to farm up.
Yeah, and again, it seems like the answer here for Lotem is just another counter push. We're trying to get that mid tower. There were some pings down here to defend it, but it's going to be pretty hard. I mean, they're going pretty hard on that top tower.
Yeah, absolutely. It looks like they're going to trade tier 2s at this point. Because they don't let any sort of high ground pushing happen, I think it's a good trade for Lotem. They do need to start catching up with gold. You see a TP in, but it's going to be too late. Lotem might actually want to take the fight too. Another great Ravage.
Oh man, that catches 3 of them. Batman going down instantly. Wolme hits super low. A nice cycling here to keep himself alive for a long time, but FX on the run as well.
Sagan in huge trouble again. Goes down. 15-6 at this point. Wolme in huge trouble. Oh, he's not going to get out of this one. And the last player left is the Witch Doctor. They can actually push high ground from this. They're healthy enough. They have the creeps. You even see a BKB onto Bolt Up.
Yeah, way far ahead now. I'm sure if we looked at that graph, Lotem just dominated from here on out. Their team fight was just way too good. Their responses to the pushes were just really good as well.
We do see a buyback on Wolme, so they're going to retreat with that victory of forcing out the buyback. I think it's a great idea. They don't have to push it anymore. Wasted a lot of gold on that. They can rotate. They can do Roshan. They can just creep, push these lanes out, and go for another great team fight when Ravage is online again. Sagan going to continue to do the split pushing. Give his team some more space. Some much needed space after that fight. Completely getting lost.
Yeah. That BKB recipe going on to Wolme, it looks like.
Yeah, it looks like it. It's going to help out, especially against stuff like the Ravage and the stuns, which do a lot of damage. See, level 3 Necronomicon on the Nature's Prophet as well, so it's going to help out a lot of team fights, as well as his pushing. Yeah. And do a lot of damage with that.
Look at the dip in that gold graph, man. I mean, with Nature's Prophet and Death Prophet, they've got a ton of gold up there at the front, but in the back they have nothing, and Lotem is really catching up. And of course, they're way ahead in XP, winning a lot of team fights, getting a lot of kills, and getting those needed levels.
Yeah, absolutely. They're getting really ahead at this point. The team fight is just too strong. They're so tanky as well. And the Witch Doctor can do Death Ward, but there's really no one to kind of complement him. He can throw it down, but at the same time, there's no like hard lockdown, there's no Chronosphere or anything like that. It's really going to keep them in place for this Death Ward to just do so much damage. Oh, great fuels by Wolme. It looks like Sunbee's in huge trouble.
Yeah, they get the Sprout as well. He's totally dead in there. So they do pick up 1 kill. Very nicely done by Wolme, pretty much carrying that fight.
Sunbee definitely seems to get picked off a lot, that's for sure. Kind of just out of position just a little too much.
Yeah, makes up for it with really good engagements. you know, and initiations for the team. So.
But at the same time, this is the time when like Betboys can make their move. Now the Ravage is not for at least 30 seconds. They can start pushing the high ground, and I think they might, considering the mid lane is pretty pushed out. See the smoke rotation mid, looking for that team fight. This is the team fight they want to take. Oh, Doobie really out of position here. Has a TP, doesn't want to get caught. Wolmate can't find him.
Yeah, still smoked up as the rest of this team, but they do back off as it does wear off there. We got Tidehunter with the smoke now. Saw them really make work of that in the top lane earlier on with that smoke gank. Let's see if they can do it again.
Oh, yeah.
I mean, it's just so good. If they can catch out a ton of the Betboys guys out on the map and just get a blink in by Tidehunter and a Ravage there, that team fight potential from there, just having that great initiation is just so huge. Yep. I mean, on Betboys, they don't really have that kind of initiation.
No, they don't. Not anymore. Yeah, they've kind of run out. They're kind of running out of time. I feel like they've got down every tower except the tier 3s, anything on the high ground. Wolmate gonna get caught out here.
Dire's top tower is being attacked.
Oh, great yields there. Gives him time. Looks like they're gonna give up the chase.
Wow. Deciding not to go in on it. Sprouting himself and TPing away.
Top tower is under siege.
So I think they're just going to continue to push. Maybe they'll push, I mean, top lane hasn't really been, they've still got tier 1 and tier 2 top for Betboys. Maybe it's time for them to start pushing down that lane. Trying to force out a team fight for the Betboys. But kind of just rotating back. Playing defensively after this smoke gank fails.
Just farming up the jungle now. Not much else going on here. Getting a look at one of the Lotem members. Looks pretty fierce.
I guess so.
Mjolnir's recipe there for Mirana on the way. Saw the Korean there.
Yep. Don't want to get caught out at this point. See some Treants kind of harassing the jungle of Dire. Kind of doing some scouting. Really going to come down to the team fight here. Is that great Ravage going to come down, and is Lotem going to simply take the fight again? Or Betboy is going to kind of pick them apart and do what they did in the last fight?
I don't know, like you said, Betboys kind of running out of time here. I feel like unless they get some really good picks like they got last time at the Tidehunter, it's going to be really hard for them to take a team fight. They're just going to continue pushing, playing pretty safe here. But again, the more time that passes, the more fed Mirana gets.
Yeah. I mean, some fair DPS on the Nature's Prophet now. Sogon getting Maelstrom, as well as that Necronomicon level 3. Definitely has good team fight potential now. Lotem sticking together now. Don't want to take a bad fight. Ward spots everyone, though. So Betboys know exactly what their idea is. They're going to be pushing top. This gives Segon the perfect opportunity to split push bottom, though. And with his minions out, it's going to do a lot of work. It's definitely going to force out some TPs. We see one from the Tidehunter. Sunby. Anchor smashing away.
Yeah, good defense. Looks like some pings going up there in the top by Viper. Ward goes down. Looks like they want to push this tower. Should be pretty easy for them, I feel. They want to gain back some of that gold.
Yep, absolutely. Do you see the kind of rotation top? 4 members of Betboys, but Lotem going to be pulling back now. Don't want to take a bad fight. They do see Wolmate. BKB must be almost in line. There it is. BKB on Wolmate now. It's going to help out a lot in these team fights. Very important considering the amount of stuns on Lotem. You got Ravage, you got Arrow, you got Dragon Tail, Wraithfire. I mean, so much lockdown. And it's exactly what we've been seeing in fights. Just one member just gets constantly stunned. Can't do anything. Specifically, Wolmate.
Nature's Prophet really taking that gold lead right now, up even 3,000 on his ally here, Death Prophet. So definitely taking that gold into their hands, and that's going to really help with the items. Getting that Nature's Prophet pre-fed is going to be pretty important to stay in this game, you know.
Yeah, absolutely. And I mean, looks like Great King going for, I'm thinking, a Blink Dagger, considering how much he saved up at this point. I don't know what else he could really be going for.
Radiant's top
But
tower
definitely a
is
good
under
choice.
siege.
He really needs to help out with the stunts,
Radiant have
chain
fortified
stunts.
their towers.
Yeah. I mean, they already got 2 members on their team with Blink Dagger. They got Dragon Knight and Tidehunter, so follow up there wouldn't be bad. Looks like Enchantress wants to go here on to Sagan, but
Oh, the arrow!
man, super good arrow here, and that's going to be more than enough to take him down. Very
Adam.
nice follow up by Marana there.
Beautiful, beautiful by Aaron. Adam, not Aaron.
I know that guy.
Oh, really?
Yeah,
How do you know that guy?
I used to work with him actually.
Oh, really?
Yeah,
Is he like an Azubu?
yeah.
Oh, wow. That's cool. Small world, man.
Yeah.
And we finally see a Roshan attempt from the Dire, from Team Lotem. Getting that Nature's Prophet, they feel like they have enough room to do so. Obviously, Betboys going to be a bit more wary about having a team fight with 1 member down for at least another 20 seconds.
Yeah, Death Prophet, he goes to the top and denies the tower and just kind of backs off, so doesn't really seem like they even know what's going on, or even if they want to contest this, it would be hard as well.
It'd be so hard at this point. See, kind of everyone's kind of gathering mid, but no sort of. Looks like they're sending an Ice Blast as well, but simply too late. Gathered far too late, and Marana gets the Aegis. Invisibility on Beltop. Will they push mid from this point? Will they use that Aegis? Will they
I
play
wouldn't doubt it.
defensive?
I mean, they're so far ahead at this point. Not in the gold, but in XP.
That's a
Look at
lot
that, it's at
of
10,000
XP.
right now.
Yeah, they've just had so many great team fights. 17-7 at this point. Net worth, yeah, still in favor of the Prophets though. Nature's Prophet, Death Prophet still ahead of everyone else. Marana not too far behind. Neither is Tidehunter Sunby. Sunby actually saving a lot of gold too. Going for that next big item soon. I wonder what it'll be. I wonder what could it be. Could be like a Shiva's. Shiva's would be a great item on Tidehunter, specifically in this situation. Ooh, Adam took a lot of damage. Didn't get to see that.
Yeah, just TP's home.
Does have a Mjolnir's now.
War's trying to go down here in the jungle. A lot of Betboys is actually in here. Has to be very careful not to get too close. Double damage rune is there at the bot, but hasn't been spotted by either team just yet.
Yeah, no ward bottom. Just kind of a big mistake, especially from Betboys. Definitely helped in letting that Roshan go. Do you see Beltop with the invisibility? Doesn't look like he'll make use of it though.
No, not much. Seems like Tidehunter and Wraith King want to try to do something down here, but
They got to be very careful though. I mean, there's only 2 of them, and there are so many of Betboys. There's 4, 5 almost. If they rotate down, it could be huge trouble. But at the same time, up top, Lotem kind of hiding the other 3 members in the jungle here, so Betboys have no real idea where their full team is. Looks like they're going to retreat to the tower, play defensively from here while that split push comes up top. Maybe a bait actually. They're baiting out the split push from the Nature's Prophet, thinking that the whole team is pushing bottom. And here we go.
big blink in and a stun as well, and he's taking so much damage. He's trying to TP out, but
Not enough there. Gets out his minions there. And at this point, it's like the reaction from Betboys is to push the bottom. They know there's 2 members bottom at least. Dubu got to be very careful as well. Sunby really going to get caught out again? I hope not. How many times this game is he just simply going to die for free? Will he TP out now? He's got to. Looks like he might get away. Bullmate was looking for him. Looks like he might not want to TP. It's kind of crazy.
well, he could wait down here for some help from his teammates, but he's got to be careful. I mean,
Yeah, he doesn't want to be a free... Oh, he blinks the TPs. All right. So he's like, okay. Maybe he was just making sure they didn't know where he was. I mean, if they knew, they would have just used him if he was TPing out. So maybe you'd try and TP after the cyclone happens. Kind of makes sense. But free kill for sure. Nature's Prophet going down again like that. A really great bait with the split pushing too. Pretending that they were pushing bottom. Only 2 members.
and now look at this. We got Tidehunter pushing seemingly alone again. I mean, he has been caught out twice for pushing alone, so maybe they're saying, hey, they're going to try to go on you again. Why don't you go try to split push alone, and we'll try to gank them as they come at you. They're going through the jungle, led by Wraith King. He does have that Blink Dagger now. Could initiate pretty well with the stun.
A lot of pings going down. A lot of wards as well. So they should know by now exactly what's happening. We see a rotation down bottom for Betboys. This tower going to be sieged. Lotem in position here. Going to start Crypts forming these creeps down.
Refresher Orb, the recipe is on the way.
Oh yeah, of course. It has to be Refresher Orb.
Radiant's bottom tower under fire.
Makes perfect sense here.
Radiant's bottom tower is demolished.
And that courier actually is also the KDL Season 3 ticket courier.
Yeah.
If you guys wanna get that courier, just purchase a ticket for KDL. Very, very cool thing. Sagan rotates top again, looking to start pushing as well. And man, this Refresher Ravage is gonna do so much damage.
Yeah. If you can link those up, if you could just get one Ravage over another, it's gonna be so hard. That team fight's just got so much better for Lotem right now.
BKB as well on Marana.
50 seconds about until that Aegis runs out. See if they want to try to force it.
Yeah, it looks like they're kind of running out of time for it. Both kind of playing very, very defensive to a point. Not committing too hard. Just looking to pick, looking to find good positions. But it seems like Lotem very comfortable going into the late game with this, and I'm not surprised. When you have a Tidehunter like this, when you have Marana getting great farm as well as Dragon Knight, there's a potential for the late game is great. When you're up against Death Prophet, Viper, I mean, there's not really that much. I mean, Nature's Prophet can do some damage, but he's got to get a lot of farm first. Another invisibility rune for Baltop. Might actually want to use it to engage at this point.
3 seconds on that Aegis, it's going to run out here. Unfortunate, but not the worst thing in the world. You know, they get the gold from Roshan at least.
We saw a Hyperstone onto the Dragon Knight as well, so maybe a Assault Cuirass in the making. Would not be surprised. It's going to help out this team so much.
Baltop, he's waiting, he's in Viz.
Lotem in position here. Start pushing that lane back. Oh, beautiful blink in. Dragon Tail, Ravage. 2 members go down for free. More TPs in. Do they really want to TP in on this?
I don't know about that. Lotem does buy back and try to do something here with the Exorcism, but he's taking a ton of damage. He may be able to get Dubu there in the back, and he does.
He does, but barely almost goes down again.
Yeah.
And I think this may be a tower for free now. Not for free, but definitely a secure tower at this point. Really nicely done. Really great engagement from Baltop. Invisibility into Blink, Dragon Tail. Huge damage. Sunbeam, TPing home.
Does use that Refresher Orb, has his ult up once again. And in the meantime, pushing that bot lane was Nature's Prophet, but not fast enough. Baltop easily able to come back and farm all this up.
Oh yeah. Taking a bit of damage from that creep, but giving so much gold. 200 for the other one. I mean, Betboys, back to the drawing board. They just can't seem to get a good break. They can't seem to have decent team fights like this. Forcing a buyback on Lotem like that was huge as well. Definitely something they didn't need. You even see a Gem of True Sight onto the Wraith King. Pings are going down. Stopping any sort of split pushing here. Sagan's still looking for it. Hasn't really been able to make anything happen since every Tier 1 and Tier 2 tower went down. Trying to push the top, trying to push high ground. But just the reactions from Lotem have been too good. They've been too on point. They've just been expecting completely, considering this lineup.
Nature's Prophet has to be careful. It's getting pretty close. Everybody on Lotem was grouping up down there.
Do you see Aghanims as well in the Viper? Something we might have missed earlier. Really helps out in that Viper strike, giving us so much range more than anything else. And there's the Assault Cuirass. Onto the Dragon Knight. He's got a whole lot more tank here. Look at that armor. Refresher almost finished its cooldown. So the potential for great team fight is going to be definitely a possibility. It's like a Mjolnir onto the Nature's Prophet as well, so his DPS definitely increasing here. Is it enough, though, to really come back into this game? I feel like they're just getting so far behind at this point. They really have to make something happen soon.
Yeah. Smoke on each and apparition. It seems like they want to make that thing happen as soon as possible. Possibly catch 1 or 2 members out here like they did before. Don't remember if they had the smoke at that moment, but they were able to catch someone. I think it was Tidehunter there at the top lane. They were able to gain a tower out of it, or at least a good push.
He definitely does get caught out a lot, that's for sure. So we might see some rotations in the mid there. We do see Wolme. Adam actually has some great items here. Looks like they might actually be going to for Roshan again. And I mean, why not? Why not? They've been doing it so well. They have such strong team fight. Ravage plus Refresher is online. I don't think it's going to be contested whatsoever.
No, it's not looking like it at all. Everybody for Betboys is in the top left right now.
He's just going down.
Yeah, DPS out of Marana is sick. And Dian as well.
Marana getting it again.
DKB finished here for Viper, but I don't know. Lotem's got to be on the chase now. I think they're going to want to use their Aegis this time.
Yeah, I think it might be time to push that high ground. We do see a huge counter push from Sagan. Yeah. Trying to really, really force out the for Lotem to kind of retreat. Not go for this massive push, but we do see a TP top from Tidehunter.
Yeah, they're at least delaying the push with that, or Nature's Prophet is. So a good thing in there. They do push back Tidehunter, force him to kind of clean up this wave. Some pings going down by Wolme up there on Tidehunter. Maybe want to start something up there, but seems like Lotem having different ideas. They want to go for a bottom push here. A lot of pings coming in here. A blink in out to Sagan, and he's totally alone.
Wow. Beautiful play there. Just waiting for that split push to begin. These guys know what's up. Really, really smart from Lotem. They're just really on point with their decision making. And we do see a push up mid with Wolme, but you got to be careful considering the gank just happened just below them.
Ooh, nice cycling onto Tidehunter, not allowing him to use anything out here. No slows. DKB comes down and he tries to run away, and he does.
Witch Doctor still out of position though, but I don't think they know where they are, where he is. They're going to continue to push up mid.
No one on Betboys having a buyback right now, just not enough money or timer for Death Prophet specifically.
Yep, and Death Prophet did, Nature's Prophet did buy back. He's going to be very careful. He doesn't want to get caught out again. Still 7 seconds left on his teleport.
Is under siege.
Oh, Racing looking for it. Doesn't get it.
Just barely doesn't find him.
Doesn't get it. Finally some damage going to this high ground here, but still not enough. Lotem playing very, very smart, very defensively here. Kind of taking a nice kill, forcing a buyback, and kind of retreating and stopping any sort of split pushing. It's a very, very slow way to win, but a very safe way, I think.
Yeah. Lotem taking the advantage here in gold and XP. Just want to, like you said, slowly get that win.
Yeah.
Seems like a couple of guys pushing towards mid. Wraith King going to join as well. Tidehunter once again doing that split push. Viper looking to move into position, possibly go for that gank.
Sumbi's got to be really careful at this point. Oh, we see
pause.
a pause. Tubu.
Sumbi knew he was about to be ganked and he pauses.
Yeah. It's like, hang on a second, guys.
Wait, I just got to prepare myself for this gank.
I got to brace myself.
I'm not ready.
Yeah. Wait, Ravage.
Don't attack me yet.
Ravage isn't on cool. Is still on cooldown. You know. Hold on. No, but yeah, he does seem to get caught out of position quite a lot.
Yeah.
Wonder exactly what the problem is going to be at this point of the game. We don't normally see a pause this late into the game. Maybe kicked out his monitor or something.
Looks like actually...
Maybe the client crashed, perhaps.
Yeah, Adam's client seemed to crash.
Giving everyone some time to kind of regroup and discuss what's exactly going on in the game. A little advantage. I mean, more than anything, Betboys are really going to have to think of something soon. It's just getting later and later for them, and Dragon Knight just getting so much farm as well as Potom.
Yeah.
They're just getting bigger and bigger at this
Their
point.
whole lineup is so tanky and so, just so DPS oriented as well. They have that really fed Mirana. They even have Enchantress with that Aghanims doing a ton of damage from the back. And I just don't see that kind of lineup from Betboys. They were trying to make it work in the beginning with a nice push strat. They were doing some good split pushing as well, but it never really was too strong. They never really got that good of team fights. While they were going for push, they would get the towers, but Lotem would always follow up and get a really good team fight, and they got so far ahead in XP.
Yeah, I mean, they could push to a point. Then, like, when it gets beyond that point, it just becomes so difficult for Betboys to make this kind of composition work in the late game. I mean, they just didn't really have that late game core. They didn't really have the tanks that they need. Viper, very tanky, but, like, as it goes on later and later, he just becomes more and more irrelevant. And we do see, I mean, Solkaras already on the Dragon Knight, so he's so tanky. Does so much more damage, and I mean helps out his allies. What is that? What is that saying, game? Is this the trash talk we've been waiting about? We've been talking about, Brennan?
No, it's they're discussing what the reason is for the pause here. I wasn't exactly sure, but it seems like there's something wrong with the monitor. Of Adam. Keeps going in and out or something.
Well, we saw it was blinking before, like, from where we were looking.
So that would definitely be annoying.
That's something you don't really want to play with, I think.
You, like, throw out an arrow, go for the stun, you leap in, and all of a sudden your monitor goes out. You're like, I don't know.
Yeah, definitely not. But I feel like Lotem really in a position to win, and there we go with the resume. We'll have to wait and see what Lotem's plan is next. A little bit of time to talk about what their next move is. Refresher plus Ravage is online.
Yeah. I feel like Betboys is just avoiding the inevitable. They're trying to make whatever they can work. They're trying to split push with Nature's Prophet. It's like the only thing they got going for them now. They're just going to try to defend and hope that Lotem lets Nature's Prophet split push enough and possibly get something out of it.
Yeah.
Or maybe try to split up the team, distract them, and maybe try to take a 4v3 or something here.
Yeah, absolutely. But here we go. Pushing the high ground. Tier 3. Mid under assault here. You see Viper Strike go down. See Crypt Swarm go down. Baltop taking a bit of damage. Doesn't want to go down. Doesn't want to take too much damage too early on. Gotta wait for those creeps. Tower's almost down.
Do get the fortification. Wolme is doing his best to try to push this back.
Tower goes down. They still haven't found it. Blink in.
Blink stun, but the BKB is online here for Viper, and they push back, actually. Doing a lot of damage here to Ian. Getting that poison attack down. Nice wave goes in, but the Ravage with the blink by Sunby. Batman gets caught out here. Doobie taking a lot of damage. They do trade here 1-for-1. Ball tap looking pretty low as well. The Exorcism coming out and doing a ton of damage. Wolme does go down as well.
So much damage here, and that's nearly everyone. 2 buybacks on the Viper and Death Prophet. They're going to try and follow this up. FX doing a lot of damage to Ian. Adam also in trouble here.
Nature's Prophet comes in as well and is doing so much damage. Dubu actually almost gets that TP off, but a nice cycle in here. Sprout goes on to Adam. He leaps away with the BKB, but they're not letting go on this chase.
Not at all. Great stun here. Could actually take down Wolme again, which would be huge. No, just not enough.
Nicely done by Wolme. Gets out of range.
So a great follow-up, but a lot of buybacks for Betboys. A lot of gold spent. Segun actually following up on Dubu as well. Going to take him down for free by the looks of things. Sprout still going. Oh, yeah, he's gone for sure. Viper Strike just adding to the damage. Yeah. Great follow-up. 25-10, though, and I mean, they did lose that Tier 3 tower.
Yeah. But again, not the worst thing in the world. They were forced to use their buybacks, but at least they did get some of the kills here on some of those Lotem members, and they do have a brief period of time here where they can go for a counter push. That is their strength with this composition, and they're going right for the counter here on the Tier 3 of Lotem.
Yeah, absolutely. And they might actually get it, considering there's only Tidehunter, Dragon Knight, Enchantress. See a buyback of Mirana. Will they turn around? Yes, they will.
Yeah.
They force out the buyback. Very nicely done. And we see a Scotty for the Mirana as well. So adding even more damage. Some tankiness as well as that slow attack. It's going to help out a lot in these fights. Haste rune for FX.
Now he's a really fast Viper.
Yeah.
Stop with the push.
5,000 gold for the Tidehunter. Already has an ultimate orb.
Any ideas what he could be going for with that?
I just hope we see a Shivas, to be honest.
Could be good. Works well on Tidehunter. Good AoE, good slow.
Yeah, I mean, when you've already got... sacrifice, of course. But I mean, like, when you're blinking in, you Ravage, you Shivas, you Refresher, you Ravage again. That is so much damage, so much disable. And not only that, but it adds so much tankiness to Tidehunter. Definitely help out a lot in these fights. Sacrifice, also very, very effective though. Shuts down a hero. Do a lot of work. Disable maybe that Witch Doctor, disable the Nature's Prophet. Anyone he can, really. Just guarantee that kill. And you see buybacks on the Tidehunter and Dragon Knight at this point as well. So many buybacks in this game, actually. Both teams
really.
Playing very defensively.
Betboys are doing a good job making this as
What?
awesome.
I
think that's Blitz.
Is it?
I think it was. He's like, I don't want to watch this game. I just want to sleep.
He just doesn't even care. Like, he was on camera. He's like, what?
You know, 130 is pretty early for nerds. These guys, they want to play these games, but
yeah, I mean,
130, you know, they want to wake up at 3.
When people usually are starting to wake up. You could be sleeping all day. Stayed up for this.
Yeah. Looks like an Ice Blast going down in the bot lane.
Yeah,
trying to push it back.
Bit of harassment there. Yeah, I wish we had like an observing PC so I could really check a lot more things for sure. That's kind of an observing PC.
We kind of
but
do. I don't know.
It's kind of like but it's like not an in-game one. It's more of a observing game one. So that is like 2 minutes behind. Which is the problem.
It's not 2 minutes behind. It's about 5-10 seconds, I think.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Okay.
So if you want to check something, I'm here with the check.
Okay.
Checky check.
That's all right then. Yeah, both teams playing very defensive. This is a very long game considering how things have gone. Lotem just playing so defensive, considering their kind of advantage here, but they're just focused on farming up even more, getting ahead where they can.
I think it's smart. There's no reason to end it here. I mean, the more farm they get, it's going to be better for their team rather than Betboys. So just get super, super farmed here, get all the XP, get the levels, and go for those big push. Because we saw what happens when Betboys, they get a lot of buybacks and they go for that counter push. They almost get the tower down. If it weren't for the fortification and more buybacks at a Lotem, they would have been in danger. So
yeah,
they just want to get as far ahead as possible, I think.
Something we also missed, said the bottom racks, while this was all happening, was being split pushed. We just don't think the Observer actually caught that at all. But a huge, huge split push was happening while that fight was going on. And this is exactly what Sagan's been doing all game. He finally found space to do it.
It explains why he wasn't in that fight for so long, actually. We were just focused on the fight. I was like, where's Nature's Prophet? Like,
it's so funny. Completely gone out of our heads.
Yeah.
Didn't really highlight it there, so pleasant surprise, and definitely something Betboys needed, considering how these team fights are going there. Split pushing the Rat Toto has to happen, has to work.
Trying to wait on that Roshan, see if it possibly spawns up here.
Yeah. Nature's probably kind of in position to split push again as well. Hiding in the trees. Top lane already being pushed out. What will Lotem do? Will Lotem just continue to be defensive at this point? I feel like they got to make something happen there. They can push. They can win these team fights. So long as they push out the lanes far enough, kind of give their team enough space to really get down that lane and stop that Nature's Prophet from pushing too hard.
Yeah. We're just seeing them have a little bit of trouble with that Nature's Prophet. You know, if they ever go for a push, that guy's gonna warp down bot and push in that lane so far, and it's going to be so hard for them to actually push this 5. When you got some of the BetBoys members saving up that gold for buybacks, and, I mean, you see that come up online right now. You got Nature's Prophet, Viper, and Death Prophet ready with the buyback, so it's going to be hard to go for that big push. Nature's Prophet really the MVP, I feel, for BetBoys so far.
Yeah, he's been doing so much work. He's really stayed consistent in his role. And I mean, he has got caught out a few times. I mean, I think probably more than anything else, they just need to catch out Nature's Prophet again before they go for the push. They just have to do that. And
Yeah.
I'm sure Nature's Prophet will buy back and resume the push anyway.
Yeah, well,
But they just got to make it happen.
they got to force that buyback, so I feel like that's definitely key.
Roshan back again, I'm sure. Ooh, a bit of a misblink there. Caught in the trees.
So embarrassing.
How embarrassing.
Everybody saw you do it.
Yeah,
You're on
everyone's
live
saving.
television.
Everyone's-
TV in Korea.
Yeah. Oh, man.
Smoke comes up here, and this is what we were talking about. They want to take out Nature's Prophet. They see him going for that push, and they're on the hunt. Here we go.
See the
We're going to
ping?
see a blink in. Stun goes down.
Oh, blinks away from it, though. Sprouts. Can he get out in time? Side the vice. Oh, he's in a huge amount of trouble here. Definitely going to force back that buyback.
100 seconds on that respawn.
Oh,
Does
yeah.
have the buyback.
Will he use it just yet, or will they wait until the push begins before they sort of do it? But they're going to take Roshan anyway. Same time, though, Viper, with the invisibility rune, is going to be checking. See an Ice Blast going as well. Potential for damage is huge. Adam could be in huge trouble here. But we see Viper strike on Ian.
Ooh, Nate's Prophet buys back, and he's doing a ton of damage here. Nate, he gets the Sprout down. Ian goes down. Very nice fight here for BetBoys. Could even go on to Roshan here.
Yeah, they could, but we see an instant buyback. And we see a follow-up. It's like, ooh, Tidehunter might be looking for that Ravage if he can. Great takedown.
Able to take down Nature's Prophet. That's
Again.
actually so huge.
That's the dieback. That means after Roshan, they can push finally without the worry of the split push happening.
yeah,
This is their opportunity to do so.
really nicely done there. I feel like Nature's Prophet getting caught out there was huge. And Chances right now just pushing out that bot lane because they want to go for this push as soon as possible.
Really seeing cracks and insecurities in
So Volmate's going to be starting to push out the top lane while this is all happening. But do they have enough time to really begin a split push at this point? Losing the Nature's Prophet, dead for 75 more seconds. Here they come, barreling down mid lane. And we see Boots of Travel onto the Tidehunter. This is going to help a lot dealing with these split pushing as well. Wow, and a 4-star. Not too worried about buying back at this point. These racks, they may just go down for free at this point.
Yeah.
You know, Ice Blast going, but everyone kind of out of position to really defend. First one goes down. Viper strike on the Baltop, but it does nothing. And they're going to even try for a second Rax.
Radiant's courier died as it lived. Killed Radiant's
Looks like they got the Dire Courier somehow, or the Radiant Courier, it looks like.
A nice little snipe there.
Rax go down in mid. They go for that tower. Wolmate gets totally caught out here. Viper as well.
2 Ravages, Batman, last one standing. Wolmate brought back again. We see Deathwood, doesn't do enough. Wolmate, Exorcism. Going toe-to-toe with Adam. Adam's gonna be careful here, he's almost down. Oh, he's so close, but he has the Aegis, so it doesn't matter. From here, they can't take down the Rax if they wanted to, but they're having too much fun just team fighting.
They just want to clean up the kills. They're treating it like soul.
Sagan finally back. Just in time to see his second Rax go down. Does purchase a BKB as well.
A lot of back pings come down, and there is a big push here.
Yeah.
Do have Tidehunter here to defend it, though. Should be okay.
Oh, Wolmate goes down again. Saigon in huge trouble as well.
That's got to be it. They get Nature's Prophet again. They're going to get the spot Rax as well.
Yeah, that has to be game. 34-12. That Ice Blast taking down the Wraith King, but so does the last Rax for BetBoys.
GG's come out. Very nicely done by Lotem. That practice in the MVP house definitely paying off. Really nice composition there. Tidehunter really key for all those team fights. Ravage, I have to say, was the MVP of that game.
Yeah, it did a lot of work for sure. A lot of great play from both teams, both playing very high level. both playing very high mechanics as well. So some really great team fighting, a really cool strategy from Betboys, but just didn't get enough done in the time frame they had for the team fight. For Lotem really became a problem.
So we will be going to a break, guys. Stay tuned.
진심으로 축하드립니다. 여러분 티어 못지않은 접전을 펼쳐준 양팀 선수들에게 다시 한번 큰 박수 부탁드립니다.